the surface area, the greater the room for expansion required. To facilitate this, an expansion gap is provided at walls of 8 mm to 10 mm. Start installing the floor on one corner from left to right or from the middle of the area. Always remember that the easiest way of installing the Tap&Go floor is positioning the up hook into the low hook. To realize this, please always have the low hook edges in front of you during installation. In these installation instructions, we will begin with installing the Tap&Go floor in the left-hand corner. Firstly, take 4 Tap&Go panels and place them ready in the corner where you want to begin installation. First, saw through panel 2 so that you have a piece 2/3 plank long. In order to facilitate a stagger effect of end joints row to row, the first row should be started with a full plank, the second row with a 2/3 plank, and the third row with a 1/3 plank. The smallest piece should never be less than 200 mm long, and the width should never be less than 2 inches. Then, place your feet on panel 1 and position the up hook of panel 2 into the low hook of panel 1. After positioning, you can see there is a gap along the joint area. Then use the rubber mallet to tap the up hook joint area. If panel 2 does not stay flat, or if the joint is not perfectly tight, this is a sign that the joint has not been fully made. Please either lift up panel 2 and redo as above, or give some more tapping along the up hook joint area until they lock together. Now install the second panel of the first row. Take panel 3 and position the short side up hook into the short side low hook of panel 1 and tap the up hook joint area as stated. Make sure that panels 1 and 3 are perfectly aligned to one another. Next, place both feet on panels 1 and 3. Now position the long side up hook of panel 4 into the long side low hook of panel 1 and 3, with the short side up hook of panel 4 parallel to the short side low hook of panel 2, and then pressing down. Then begin tapping the up hook joint area on the long edge of panel 4, from far side to the near side, along and after the long edges of panel 4 and 3 lock together. Start tapping the up hook joint area on the short edge of panel 4 until the short edges of panel 4 and 2 lock together. Now you have joined the first 4 panels and have got used to the technique. Then use the same technique and finish the first 4 rows. Now push the whole unit against the wall and fill in the expansion joint 8 to 10 mm with spacer blocks. Please note: 1. During tapping, hold the end of the mallet, don't hold the front area. 2. Tapping always begins from far side to the near side of your body. 3. While tapping, always make sure the 2 panels are in the same level and in full touch with the ground. 4. If not in the same level, please put a piece of 2 mm plywood under the joint area, or spade the concrete floor to be smooth. While tapping the short edge joint area, we strongly recommend that you use your hand or finger to press the exposed edges of the position panels, so that the panels are in full touch with the ground. 5. For any installation, the starting wall should be as long and straight as possible. Please don't continue if you are finding that you are not getting your first 2 rows straight, or the panels are not locked in. 6. Do not tap one area consistently. No matter direct way or converse installation, please always remember to tap the area of 20 mm to the up hook joint area. From the 5th row on, finish off each row at a time, each time joining the panel along its long edge, then along its short edge, and each time tapping as instructed above. You can use the leftover pieces that you have at the end of each row as the beginning panels of the next row. That way you can make the best possible use of each panel. After installing your floor, you can immediately walk on it and begin the finishing process, such as remove all spacer blocks, etc. Converse installation. We do not recommend you install Tap&Go floor conversely. If you need, please do follow below. In case converse installation, please start from right to left. Place your feet on the row where you need converse installation. Position on the long side low hook of the first converse panel into the long side up hook of the previous row panel. After positioning, you can see there is a gap along the joint area. Then use the rubber mallet to tap the up hook joint area. The panels will lock into place together. Second converse panel. Position on the long side low hook of the second converse panel into the long side up hook of the previous row panel, and the up hook on the short edge parallel to the low hook on the short edge of the first converse panel. Then use the rubber mallet to tap the up hook joint area along the long edges first and then the short edges until they will lock in together. Repeat the second panel installation until the conversely installed panels are finished. Please note, whether in case of direct way or converse installation, 1. Hold the end of the rubber mallet. 2. Tapping always begins from far side to the near side of your body. 3. Make sure that the two panels are in the same level and in full touch with the ground. 4. Do not tap one area consistently. No matter direct way or converse installation, please always remember to tap the area of 20 mm to the up hook joint area. Removing of panels. If there is something wrong with the panels, then you should remove it. Using your left hand to pull up the panels you want to remove. Meantime, taping the area which close to the joint point of the previous row slightly until the lock loose. Pull up the joint area of two panels slightly and lay down, then the two pieces panels detached easily. Additional attentions and precautions. 1. If you are ready to install new floor upon a wooden base floor, first remove any existing floor covering. Any loose parts must be nailed down, and if necessary, the moisture content of the wood may not exceed 10%, and keeping the creeping space under the wooden floor be sufficiently ventilated. 2. When the room is a little complicated like below, Step 1. Install Zone 1 directly from Wall 1 to Line 1. Make sure that Space 1 between Line 1 and Line 2 is less than a whole piece of flooring. The space between Line 2 and Line 3 is around 10 mm. Step 2. Move the whole finished Zone 1 to Line 2 and leave the low hook of the last panel beyond line. Step 3. If necessary, please conversely install Space 2 as instructed earlier. Step 4. Along Line 2, install Zone 2 from Wall 2 to Wall 3. The elegant Tap&Go life need your good maintenance. 1. Do not